Well, g'day guys, welcome to the channel, and this is a quick video I thought I'd share with you. Now, I've got a bit of the case of the flu and not really up for, doing big videos or anything. So, okay, we've got a tilted door here, and standard garage tilted door. Problem is, let's have a look around here. This thing here, the remote, it's a Merlin, and yeah, as you can see, the rubber's bubbled out, and it doesn't matter how hard you press it, you can't close the damn door. A little bit annoying, to say the least. I don't know what model this is or anything about it. I know I've had to buy 3 of the damn things, and getting them apart, well, you've got to break them. And obviously, dirty or worn contacts behind the push buttons causes all the problems. So I thought, well, I'm going to eliminate this with mine. I'm sick of trying to deal with these little things. Some of these things are about 80 bucks each, and yeah, if you replace them every, I don't know, few years, it adds up. But anyway, let's get back out to the workshop and have a look at what I'm going to do to modify this thing. And yeah, might take some Panadol and some cough medicine in the meantime. Let's go. G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. This one's a little bit different for you, but before we go into that, I just had a call from a new customer of mine, and they have a jukebox for me to fix. So that will be a YouTube special one. Apparently a row of numbers not working, and yeah, should be a pretty straightforward fix. Good little video for you, but yeah, we'll go into that later. Now, at the moment, I'm having a hassle with my garage door with the remote, as you just saw, and I'm sick of it. The remote that I'm using is actually on the door frame in our garage. Now, that's what we use to open and close the door. It's not a portable one, and, well, there it is, as you saw. And he just, yeah, clips in, sits on the frame of the door, and we push it. So size-wise, doesn't matter. We'll do something a little bit different with this one. Now, these, as you can see, he's bubbled up in behind here. I don't know. You can pull these apart, but it's very difficult. Yes, I have another one here that is apart, and that'll be the one that we're working on to replace this one, and then I'll probably do this one as well. It'll be probably a little bit big to put in a car to use as a fob or anything like that, but I don't want it for that. I want it for the door frame to push button and open and close the door reliably. So let's take a look at, first of all, this one, and I'll just grab a screwdriver. I wonder, could I have found a longer screwdriver? Okay, so there's your battery. Sits in here. It's a 2032, so 20 mil by 3.2. And is that what it is? Or is it 20 mil? It's 20 mil by 3.2, I think. 2032. You guys know what I'm talking about. These stupid new button batteries. But anyway, that's it. That's as far as you get when you go to do something with it. We're going to fix that. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I've got plenty of these project boxes. Yes, it's big, but there's something else I've got in mind. I got lots of these little project boxes that I've had. Come on, focus up. No, he doesn't want to. Doesn't want to focus. There we go. Okay. So if you want these project boxes, if you ever need a little project box like this, slip me a message, because I've got a couple of hundred of them that weren't used for a particular project. So that's what I'm using, only because I've got them. They're there, and yeah, there's a little bit of size difference. As I said, this is going to be just a bit of Velcro on the side of a door frame, so size is unimportant. Now, push button. Once again, from the workshop, second hand, little push button C&K switch. I've just removed out of something else. He works fine, so we're more or less going to put it, yeah, somehow in around there. Now, here's one that I prepared earlier, and well, I pulled him apart and all this broke. It's nearly impossible to pull these things apart and still have them in one piece. So there's that part of it. I'll bring us in and give us a closer look at the rest of the gear and what I'm proposing. Okay, we've got some bits and pieces here. Our old case, out the gate. This is our rubber button assembly. And yeah, these little fellas, you can clean them. You can resurface them, but I'm sick of doing that. They're just too hard to deal with. So that's out. That's our battery cover. He's out. So then we're left with this. Now, what we've got to work out is which button's which. Connect two wires of the switch to one of those buttons. I think that fella up the top there is our main large push button, which is the one we use. That also has an LED up the top. This fella also has, there's the LED right at the top there. So it'll be this button here that we're interested in connecting the two wires to. Okay. Excuse my voice, by the way. I've got a terrible cold. It's going away, but yeah. Now, the battery. There's no holder here or anything. It just all sits in and the case holds it together. So why not supercharge the thing and put two AA's in here? Why? Because I've got a holder, holds two AA's, 3 volts. Bob's your uncle. How long is that going to last? I reckon I'll get 10 years out of those batteries, as long as I don't put those gold coloured ones in there and they eat everything up. So that goes in here, works fine. This fella, I will put a couple of small wires on here. We'll work out where the connections are, take them to the switch, solder our battery leads on here. We'll unsolder the couple of connections here and take him out and test him. And if he's all good, yeah, a bit of double-sided tape in here, put the push button on and a bit of Velcro on the back, and there we go. And we've got a push button, and we're making use of a unit that would otherwise get thrown out anyway. Okay, so there's a closer look of what is inside them. Okay, it's a Merlin. The old camera's a bit slow. One day we'll get a better camera. So there you go. So that's that side of it. As I said, there's a very small LED up the top, which you can see from this side, just there where me finger is at the top, and this is the other side. Okay, so let's get cracking on the case. I'll mount the switch. We'll put some batteries in this thing, connect a couple of things up, and see if this is going to work. Now, as I said, I'm using this case because I had it. You can use a jiffy box, you can use a matchbox, you can use any sort of little box you've got laying around. We'll open this fella up, and that's what he looks like inside. Okay, so we've got the 4 screws that screw together on the back. This is the front, and plenty of room in there for our battery, our little battery pack. It can go down near the bottom there. Plenty of room for that fella, plenty of room for the switch, and the whole thing goes together. All right, let's get the switch in. First of all, guys, I suppose you guys do this anyway, a small pilot hole to begin with, so that we get him right in the right spot. There we go. Right. Now, a little bit bigger drill. Excellent. That hole is just the right size. In fact, I don't think we'll need too much on the outside. That's going on very tight. We probably won't need a nut on the outside of this fella. He's nice and tight. We put our knob on. Here we go. I don't think we'd need a nut on the outside of the switch. It's yeah, it's very tight. That's good. Okay. Next thing, let's get some wires on this thing, connecting to the switch, and make sure this unit works as it's supposed to with the garage door. It's the easiest way of testing it is, put a couple of batteries in, hook it up, and see if it works. Okay, now I've tinned a couple of pieces of wire just to make it a little bit easier putting them on first, which is what we normally do. Solder them onto the switch. Check the switch so we know it works. Okay, so we've got to also find a place on the board for those two. But first of all, I think we'll get to the board now that we've got the wires on there, and bring you guys down here. We'll see what we can learn by this. Now, the first thing I want to take off this is the battery connectors. Positive, the outer side is this fella. Take him off. There we go. Yeah, it's a couple of little feet go into the board. Okay, so that's our positive. The battery in here is the negative. So you can see our positive of the battery goes to 2 places. It goes to one of the switches, and it goes around here, and obviously into the circuit through the other switches. He doesn't really want to come off very easily, so I'm just, I thought it'd be a lot easier than that. So I'm just going to do the old trick of backwards and forwards until he breaks off, and that's where we'll connect. There we go. That's where we'll connect our negative with the battery. Okay, so the positive is on the outside there. Those two. Negative there. This is what we're using for our battery. Let's put our negative on first. Okay. And our positive, which is way too long. We'll just tin him up a little bit before we put him in there. And let's put our positive lead across those couple there. There we go. How are we looking there? Okay, that's across those two there. Now, if we've got to use this fella, the big one, the big switch, that's the top of the remote. That's where our LED is. So we've got to use this fella. So what we can see here, we've got a point there where we could put a wire in. So it comes off it and goes up to the top. I don't know whether you guys can see that. So he comes up here and goes over here to that point there. We can use that as one point, and that goes through the board as well, so it's a good solder point. The other side of the switch goes down here to here, okay, to that one there. So we can use that one, and we can use this one. Put our wire through this fella. We probably can't because we've got some rubbish on the end of the wire there. Oh, no, he does go through. Okay. So just pushed him through that via or feed through or whatever you want to call it. I'll just bend him over slightly to hold him in position like so. Now we should be able to solder that fella there if we're lucky. Okay. Let's see if we can do this fella. And yep, I think we got him. Okay, that's good. So now, as I said, we've got to go down here to that little fella down the bottom there. This is if you're fixing a Merlin. You follow the trace, you come down here. It's the top one of those two down the bottom there. Okay, so we've got to come over here, and that appears to go through this fella here. Let's see. And yes, we're on the right position there. We're on the right hole. Bend him over once again to hold him. Hopefully he doesn't come out there. And we'll see if we can get this fella soldered. Right. Okay. So there he is there. So we've got one on here. Goes up to that end of the switch, the other end of the switch over here. And both the wires all on top. We can easily put a bit of double-sided tape on this. And it can go down like so, just like that. And our battery pack goes in here. But first of all, let's see if this works on the roller door. I'll get a couple of batteries, put it in, and first of all see if we've got a little light that comes on here, and go and check our roller door and see if it's working. Okay, now we'll pop our batteries in. We've been to a Red Hammer store and got some batteries. That fella in there. And yeah, they're not 2032s, but I reckon they'll outlast one of those button cells by a long way. We'll put that fella on there. Okay, there we go. Our power supply is now connected up. If we turn this over, we've got a little LED up there, as I've said. Press the button, see if he works. And look at that. Certainly does. So, I'm going to get the camera, take this out to the front of the roller door, see if this works, then we'll put it together. Okay guys, here we are. Press the button, and there we go. It'll work. Press the button again, stops, press the button again, down he goes. Working like a charm. Well guys, as you saw, works like a dream. Okay, so now a little bit of double-sided tape. Just any sort of double-sided tape. So that much. Across, we'll now, before I do this, I just thought of something. This is the beauty of doing the recording as we're doing it. We want to see that little light up when we press the button. So how about down the bottom here, we might put the battery pack up towards the top. Down the bottom, we put this in and make just a little hole where the actual LED is, so that we can see the LED light up through the hole and we know it's working. Okay, so yeah, that fella there, if we put him down in here and put a little hole right where that LED is lighting up, I think it'd look pretty good. So there's a little hole. It's not real small, but it'll enable us to easily see the LED. And we just position it so, yeah, we can see the LED inside there. There we go. Going like a dream. I'll just put a little bit of insulating tape across the side of this so that there's no danger of the ground of or the positive of the batteries or anything touching on the circuit board. Well, guys, there it is. The new remote control, all in a nice little box. A really quality push button that will never give problems. 3 volts via 2 AA batteries that will never go flat. And it does the job for what we want to do. It saves buying another one of these, and yeah, it's just a little bit better than suited to the situation. Probably not suited really to a car where you need something small, but yeah, I thought I'd show you the mod and see what you thought. Your thoughts in the comments. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. Some people give us a thumbs down. Well, money, just sharing my knowledge, sharing what I do. Okay, so yeah, give us a thumbs up if you like it. Please remember to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to follow me on the next video. The next one will be coming up probably maybe tomorrow. Yeah, we better get back onto that dreaded thing here in the workshop now that I'm getting rid of this cold. Okay, so we'll catch us next time. Until then, bye for now.